Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, friends of choice. This is the second annual inaugural Shonkies.
What's our first product, please, Chris?
In the food and beverages category, Ferrero Nutella.
My children always tell me that Nutella is good for them. We go through about one of these a week, I would say. And they sell it in the family size, which is very handy because the kids can just put their hand in and eat it off their hand.
It's mostly actually sugar and vegetable oil and only 13% hazelnuts. Now, the reason that the Shonky goes to the Nutella is because of this claim of low GI. Joe, would you please present Ferrero Nutella hazelnut spread with the choice Shonky, not for low GI, but for low general integrity. The advertising industry's self-regulatory body administers various codes, including those on foods and beverages and advertising to children. Shrek is an ogre who transmogrified mere Fruit Loops, Choc Bites and other junk food into a range of high-fat, high-salt and high-sugar, green-hued and character-based cereals and snacks.
That's right, I get pestered about Shrek all the time from my 9-year-old. I love it. Mind you, I don't know how Shrek could possibly sell food. I mean, he eats his own earwax, apparently.
Would you please award the Advertising Standards Board the Ain't Shrek Beautiful Shonky? The final entry in the food and drink category is a corker. Juice from so-called superfruits such as acai, goji, mangosteen and noni are hawked everywhere from shopping centres to gyms and can cost up to $85 a litre.
I have a friend of mine who's an absolute health nut and she swears by gojis. She buys this goji juice. She said it's grown in the Himalayas or some virgin mountains near streams. They're picked from high altitude by Tibetan monks barefooted. Don't say anything because they've got a mouthful of goji bushes. And
live till 110.
And they live till 110 and it's, you know, goodbye diabetes, goodbye liver, goodbye heavy kidneys, hello sailor.
These juices claim to be full of antioxidants. A choice, we tested that and you know what we found? That 1 litre of this has no more antioxidants than 3 red apples.
Hooray! Go for the apples! What's wrong? This is Woody, everyone. Isn't he magical? Why?
Now, the flying ring carries the warning on the back, a sticker which says, "Do not launch or throw in the direction of other people." Joe, can you please award the Shonky for spoiling the fun to the Play for Fun flying ring? Look, this is actually a very dangerous device. A girl in North Queensland was walking a Dachshund, not a St Bernard, with this, and the clasp actually failed. It whizzed back into her face and struck her eye, and she was blinded in one eye. We did various tests with it, found that the clasp and engineering was completely unsuitable, and this is actually a banned product. You can't buy this anywhere now. Would you please award the nasty shonkiness gong to the Whoopers dog leash and all it represents in hazardous shonky products? We've looked at some products. Here come the services. Take mobile phones and their wonderful array of plans, of which you can take your pick of almost 900 different ones.
You are heading into wild territory here, ruthless, heartless territory. A place of no morals, of rising passions and sudden random violence. Because that's how I feel every time my teenager's mobile phone bill arrives once a month. We spent 2 days talking to the salesman about what is the most appropriate mobile phone. She was on one of those, you know, just those credits, you buy credit, and it was $50 a month, and I said, oh, surely we, and she said, oh, you know, we can get a better deal, we can get a package. So we went to 3, and we took 2 days trying to work out, and we had a $29 cap for the month, and they said that's all she'd need, everything would be fine, you can get all these free 3-to-3s, you can do all this stuff. Her first bill was $465 for the month.
We couldn't separate any of the mobile carriers out from this, so Joe, would you please present all of the mobile phone carriers, the Shonky for teleconfusion. Now for some of the big brand names, and where better to start than with the banks. They call it fee for service. We call them penalty fees, and we think they're unfair and even unlawful. And you know what? Westpac is the worst. Joe, would you please crown Westpac with the Shonky for unfair fees? Ladies and gentlemen, please meet the LG Combined Steam Washer and Dryer. In full-page ads, it boasts its green credentials, but it actually uses more water to dry the clothes than to wash them.
Oh, who would use water to dry clothes? It's a dryer, not a wetter. It's so bizarre. Which weird engineer came up with that? I haven't even got a degree, and I know that's weird.
The new consumer good you never knew you needed until it was on special. In this case, the wine fridge or cooler. The Rankarina RAWC28 says it's environmentally friendly on the box, doesn't everything? So it must be, mustn't it, G?
It looks fabulous. I think a nice wine fridge just by the stove is really useful. I've seen wine fridges. I think they're great, you know, because I offer marination. I also use wine for cooking. And also, if you've got a cellar, you don't have to put your wine in a cellar. You can turn that dark little damp hole into a granny flat.
It'll keep your wine chilled, but it will not save you money. It will cost a mops to run. Wine fridges aren't currently covered by the regulations that fridges are in terms of the labelling and the Energy Star requirements, but we think they should be.
Yes, I think so too. That's far too warm. I'll drink it anyway, though, of course.
Joe, I'll ask you to present the final Shonky for warm wine and high energy to the far from cool Rank Arena Wine Cooler.